All right, let's get right to it. For anyone in mass torts leadership, the real goal isn't just to manage a litigation, it's to control it. We're going to talk about a fundamental shift away from being reactive and defensive and toward being proactive and dominant, turning all that data chaos into your sharpest weapon. Does this sound familiar? It's the kind of thing you hear whispered in every steering committee meeting. It's that frustration of spending a fortune just to get to the starting line. And trust me, I know this pain because I've lived it myself. You know, in the social media JCCP, the big coordinated proceedings out in California, I was the one taking the corporate depositions on user usage data. We wasted 2 years. We burned through millions of dollars with data scientists just fighting for the most basic information. This whole reactive approach, where we're waiting for data instead of commanding it from the start, it puts us on the back foot every single time. It's a strategy that pretty much guarantees you're going to overpay and underperform. And look, this isn't just about one case. This is the structural flaw in how we've always handled aggregate litigation. It's a messy, expensive system we've all inherited, and frankly, it is costing us dearly. The old way? Well, it looks a lot like this. You've got fragmented systems, manual data entry coming in from a dozen different vendors, and paralegals drowning under mountains of paperwork. This isn't just inefficient, it's dangerous. I mean, with error rates hitting 15 to 25%, you're essentially building your entire case on a foundation of sand. So here's the absolute gut punch. You end up paying millions for data that just crumbles the second it faces a real expert challenge. That right there, that is the sucker's payoff. Investing in something that turns out to be worthless right when you need it most. It's time we stop paying for problems and start investing in proof. So this brings us to a really critical choice. The way we've always done things, it just isn't working anymore. There are two very different paths forward, and the one you choose is going to define the entire outcome of your litigation. Okay, so on the left, you've got reactive chaos. It's a world of fragmented systems, subjective bellwether picks argued over in committees, and the entire financial weight of the litigation sitting squarely on leadership's shoulders. Now on the right, you have proactive control, a single unified platform, AI automation driving decisions, and a model that smartly shares the financial risk. This isn't just about picking a new vendor, it's about picking a whole new strategy. The road to proactive control is built on what we call the Nexus strategic framework. And let me be clear, this is not just another piece of software you have to manage. It's a completely new way to operate. Think about it this way. Legacy systems are just data warehouses. They just store information. Nexus MDL, on the other hand, is an AI-powered autopilot. It doesn't just store your data, it synthesizes it, it analyzes it, and it generates the actual work product you need to win. It takes you out of the business of managing data entry and puts you in the business of managing strategy. Now, this slide really makes the choice crystal clear, doesn't it? Look at the things that actually win cases. AI-powered bellwether selection, automated plaintiff fact sheet generation, that's the core of your case development, and a built-in settlement simulator. With the legacy guys, it's just a sea of red X's. With Nexus, these aren't add-ons. They're core, built-in features. The gap isn't just wide, it's a chasm. So, how does this whole framework solve your two biggest problems? Number one, the insane financial exposure leadership takes on. And number two, the fundamental challenge of actually proving causation. Let's break down exactly how it works. Okay, this part is absolutely key to de-risking your investment. With the Nexus cost-shifting model, leadership secures the platform. Then, all the participating firms pay a simple per-case fee. But they're not paying for access. They're paying for a tangible work product, an AI-generated digital or medical chronology. This is a hard cost they can pass on, just like any other case expense. So what's the result? The financial burden gets shared, and leadership's risk is cut dramatically. And right here, this is the causation's silver bullet. We call it the dual timeline engine. On one track, it pulls in all the platform usage data. On the other, it pulls in all the medical records. The AI then becomes your best, most tireless analyst, overlaying these two timelines, spotting correlations a human team could spend years and never find. And then it generates an objective, defensible causation score for every single plaintiff. This is how you stop guessing who your strongest cases are and start knowing, with cold, hard data to back it up in court. So when you combine this kind of technology with the right strategy, what do you get? You get a powerful and, let's be honest, an unfair advantage in the litigation. Just look at this impact. The old school bellwether selection process, right? It takes 3 to 6 months of manual review of debates and committee meetings. The Nexus AI can analyze an entire 10,000 case docket against your key criteria and give you a data-driven shortlist in 5 days. That's not a small improvement. That is a complete game changer for your litigation timeline. So the end game here is simple. We move from data management to data dominance. What you get is a clean, validated docket right from the start. Your bellwether selections are data-driven and totally defensible. Your experts get the clean data they need on day 1, not year 2. And with a de-risked financial model, you have full strategic control over the entire litigation.
At the end of the day, the choice is pretty clear. The old way forces you to pay for data. The new way empowers you to invest in wins. So the only question left is, which path are you going to choose?